Yo, what is going on, guys? It's GFL Chills here, and welcome to Chills Strat Book, Episode 1. Big things are happening here on this YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate it. But yeah, welcome to Episode 1 of Chills Strat Book. This is going to be a series where I go over different strategies on different maps and show you guys how they work and how you should run them. So yeah, let's get right into it. So for this episode, we're going to be covering a pretty different strategy that um, a lot of teams don't actually run, or I haven't really seen a lot of teams run this strategy. It involves four smokes in outs for yard, and what the basis of the strategy is going to be is taking outside yard control, wrapping all the way to hell to heaven. There's a lot of different variations to this strategy, but the purpose of this strategy is to get all of outside control, like completely, like all of it. Like to get all of this area, big garage, and yard. That's the purpose of this strategy. What you guys decide to do from there is completely up to you, but for this video, I'm just going to be showing you guys how we're going to be doing that specifically. So what you're gonna want to do to start it off, you're gonna want to learn all the necessary smokes required for this strategy. So let me teach you guys. Some of these smokes I already went over in Chills' Dank Smoke Guide, episode 1. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure you go over there and give it a look. But I'll be going over the smokes anyway, so you guys can just stay here if you want. So, like I said, we're going to be throwing 4 smokes, so it's going to be require, obviously, for your teammates. Um, so yeah, let's get right into it. So for the first smoke, you're going to be smoking off catwalk. So to do that, you just come up to this post, aim in between these two things, and just high enough that makes it over marshmallow. You're going to, and all you have to do is throw, and it's going to bounce perfectly right in the corner of catwalk every time. This is just to block off any oppers holding this angle right here. Okay. Um, and then the second smoke is going to be a big garage smoke. Okay. These are the two easier smokes of the strat. So you just want to come to the corner of that blue box, aim at that nut right there, and throw, and that should smoke off all the big garage. Okay. So, and then for these two smokes are the more complicated smokes, are the smokes that a lot of teams don't really know or use. Okay. So what you're gonna want to do for this next smoke is to come into this corner right here. Aim right where like this line is, and then aim up to the second little post right here. So straight up like that and throw. That's gonna bounce like that and bloom just like that. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna want another smoke to pair up with that. So you're gonna come up to this box just like this. Okay. You're gonna want to aim right here, and this smoke is pretty difficult. You're gonna want to practice this smoke a little bit, but it's just gonna be a run throw. So it's really not that hard, but that's gonna bounce and bloom just like that. So to pair those two smokes up together, just so you know that they actually work. Okay. So you're gonna have a smoke right here. You're gonna have a smoke right here. And then you're also gonna have a smoke up here and a smoke in big garage. Alright, so now that you guys know what smokes you're going to be using for this strategy, let's talk about the setup and where you're going to be placing each one of your players. Alright, so to start off, I want to show you guys where I personally would use my opper in the strat. So after you guys throw the smokes, you cross in the red, the smokes are still bloomed, I would push this opper. I would have him peek out red box like this just in case there's no one, you know, in AC unit or anything like that. He's not going to be able to be seen from locker. He's not going to be able to be seen from mini because of the smokes that are still going to be bloomed. I would have him just peek out like this, you know, peek and just like walk out like this. And I would have him end goal position is like right here. This does look kind of like a funky position, but there's many reasons why I would do this. One, because there's usually always a player playing outside, and there's usually always a player playing heaven on Nuke. Once the smokes bloom outside, the outside player is going to calm that to his team, and that heaven player is going his immediate reaction is going to want to peek and see what's going on. So hopefully, if that's the case, he's going to peek right into my opera's crosshair. That's an easy kill, automatically a 4v5. Okay, so that's the opera's role. So for the next player, I would have him support the opper in a way that he doesn't get flanked. So I would send one of your riflers out to red box with your opper, and have him come into secret just like this and just have him hold secret. That's literally all his job. That's all he has to do is just watch secret, make sure he doesn't get your team does not get flanked from secret. Because if they do, obviously it ruins the whole strategy. So just send one of your riflers there, and you're good to go. Now we have 3 more players to work with. I would send two more of your other players, riflers, obviously, outside in yard, and one of them up in cat. Cat, the cat player is going to be supporting those 2 riflers. He's going to be double flashing your team, so you can kill that outside player. There's a lot of different ways you can use the 2 riflers that are going to be pushing this outside player. You can push them both into this cubby and have one wide peek and have one short peek. You can push one big garage through this smoke and you can push one through here. It doesn't really matter. As long as you get at least a trade on that outside guy, you're good to go. So what I would do, I would personally, I would use this cat guy to support those 2 players. He's gonna flash, like say you're doing one in big garage and one in the cubby. He could flash big garage, and then he could flash like that outside. Once he flashes, he should peek with those other 2 players. So there's a lot of different angles that big garage guy or the outside player is going to have to take care of. There should be no physical way he should be able to kill all 3 of those players and still like live. At worst case scenario, he kills one and immediately gets traded. So that's worst case scenario. So that's automatically a 4v3 at worst case scenario. Best case scenario is a 5v3. You guys have full outside control at this point. You guys could really do whatever you want. You could split A through heaven and mini. You can split B through ramps and secret. You can just hard hit A. You could send 3 people up in heaven. You could do whatever the hell you want. You guys pretty much won the round by default if you execute the strat. The right way. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you guys use this strategy with your teams. So thank you guys so much. You could hit me up on Twitter at Chills CS. You could check out GFL Esports Twitter at GFL Esports. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.